Welcome back, trainers. So we are almost to 100,000 subscribers. This is insane. I just want to thank everybody because we are almost there, okay? All the supporters, everybody who watches me, you are all appreciated very much. Now, as far as lucky Pokemon go, yesterday I said your limit is going to be 10, but I didn't say this is fact in stone. It was just a kind of hypothesis. So the more luckies you get per day, the harder it is going to be for you to actually receive them. This is the consistency that I've been seeing. I did a few lucky trades today. We're going to take a look at the total amount that I have. Took quite some time to actually get them. My first trade of the day was a legendary for an old Pokemon. Didn't end up being lucky. We're going to take a look at all that and discuss some more. And what's the point of trading all these, getting all these lucky Pokemon if you're not going to even power them up? So we're going to actually power one up right now and do that. So let's jump into this and discuss it further, shall we? Okay, so let's check out these trades. First up is my first trade of the day, a Mewtwo for a Persian. That Persian is from 2016. That Mewtwo is from 2018. I would love a lucky Persian. Oh, no. So if you do have Persians and you are on my friends list, please collect those Meowths because I will take them. All right, next trade, and this is going to be my first trainer. We're going to be trading with 3 different trainers in total here. And you'll be able to tell with the name in the corner, and no lucky Machamp there. All right, so now we're just doing a random trade because we're like, okay, come on. We have never done any trade. We were both fresh for the day and still no luck. So then we decided to go on to the Alolan Marowak. Let's see what we have here. And nothing. So I don't know, guys. We're good friends, okay? So we're almost to our Ultra, but we're not quite there yet. Now, it seems weird, but I'm getting more luckies with my Ultra friends. I don't think that has a determining factor, but you never know. There could be several different things with this. As far as I'm concerned at this point, it feels like the more lucky Pokemon you have, it doesn't matter if you did trades and the day has refreshed. It just seems like it's getting harder and harder for you to get those lucky Pokemon, period. Let me give you an example. So you did 10 trades, 15 trades. You received like 7 lucky Pokemon, right? One day. The next day rolls around and you're like, okay, fresh. Let's start fresh. Let's see. You do your first 10 trades and you get nothing. I feel like, oh, you exhausted your lucky Pokemon. I think there's a bigger cooldown. And look at that, Alolan Raichu. And that is the beautiful one I've been looking for, which we will be powering up after this. So, yeah, I mean, that's just a conclusion. Everything I'm going to be telling you from this video and then the last video are just, you know, just taking guesses here. We're just trying to put dots together. I'm not saying fact, okay? So make sure you get that right because I'm not saying this is it for sure. And I know 100% because absolutely not. Because at this point, I'm really confused as to how exactly this is working. As far as do older Pokemon work? Well, they did when they first came out, but now they don't seem to do as much as before. So we just did a random trade there, and I got that. That Wobbuffet was actually fairly old. I think it was from 2017. So now he has a lucky Wobbuffet, which looks great, actually. And that Zubat that you seen back there, when I received my Alolan Raichu, his Zubat was actually fairly good. He powered it up and also evolved it all the way to Crobat. So congrats on that. This is a new trainer, by the way. So we're just going to continue on. We're just trading random things at this point just to collect more data to see what we can find here because I'm at the point, guys, that I'm like this. I don't care anymore about the lucky Pokemon. I'm not going to be handing over my old Mons with like ease anymore. Before I was like, okay, let's trade old, 2016, no problem. But now I'm going to be like, okay, I don't think so. It's not like people are like, give me a 2000s. I'm the one who's like, okay, we should do this. I just feel like it's not happening and it's starting to become depressing. You're handing over these valuable old Pokemon time and time and time again just to have their IVs drop for the other person and you receive a worse IV Pokemon as well with no lucky. No, I'm not complaining by any means. Now this is a new lucky trainer as well. This is Scarlet right here. I also would love a Laleep or Cradily Lucky. That would be fantastic. Also a Kingdra would be great. Thank you for sending over that Kingdra Scarlet. Unfortunately, not a lucky this time. That's okay. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this one. Slowed it down. not as fast as the other one, so we can see what's going on here. Now that the Blossom, I do believe, was from 2016, that Bellsprout. So we got a lucky Primeape here, guys. Not bad. I believe she said it was about a 15 to 1600 CP before we traded, so it did jump up, and the stats were not bad at all. So I mean, so I did about 26 trades, received 3 lucky Pokemon. I say that's okay. And none before I turned on the camera. These were all fresh. Starting from the Mewtwo was my very first one. So all we can do is just keep collecting more data and see what we can come up with, because at first it seemed like, wow, well, these lucky Pokemon are not rare whatsoever. But as time is progressing, things are starting to change, which actually, I'm kind of happy about, because I don't want these to be as common as can be. Now, these Snorlax were from research breakthroughs. We had twins, literally the same IVs, same CP, and no lucky. That would have been great if we would have gotten lucky. It wasn't bad, max defense, so technically I'm going to keep that one and maybe power it up one day, who knows, as a gym defender. So we're approaching the last trade here. Pichu for a Pichu, just messing around. Now we're going to go ahead and power up one of these lucky Pokemon and take a look at all of them too, and see if we can come up with more conclusions here. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look here. So that Jerry, this one right here, my other Alolan Raichu was named Jerry. I just switched the names because, well, this is a lucky one. I'm going to max it out. And if you're wondering why Jerry, it's from Tom and Jerry, like the cartoon. All right, so let's see. We have, and I can't tell you exactly how many trades it took to get all these. I should have definitely been tallying them and keeping track to get an accurate, some sort of data collection. But let's go ahead and count them. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, 22. Now I say, if I had to take an estimate, a guess on how many trades I've done, as a matter of fact, I can simply go back and watch all my videos and then add about 2 trades I did off camera, and you can get the total number. But if I had to take a guess, it's going to be around 60 to 70 trades, and I have received this many. I would say that's not bad at all, and I actually scored on quite a few of them, like say this Blissey here. Absolutely worthy of powering up, and that's a good gym defender, right? And then we have Caesar, which is a good looking Pokemon and a fairly rounded Pokemon as well. And the IVs turn out to be okay. They're not the best, but hey, the Stardust is cut in half. You have to make sacrifices. Do you want to pay less Stardust or have better IVs and pay more Stardust? In the long run, you probably want to have better IVs, but if they're just 2, 3, 4, 5 points off, it's so minuscule, you might as well save yourself the Stardust and just power up those Luckies. This one right here was one of the casualties of the lucky release of the first hour, so check it out. Max attack. All right, so it's not great. Other stats are very low. So within it was like the first hour of when lucky Pokemon came out, the IVs they could be random. You can get horrible ones, but now nothing will be below a 10 on every stat, right? Same with this Arbok. He was the really unlucky one. Let's check it out. Very unlucky. So decent HP. Wow. So I'd say this is like a 50% or something like that. Okay. Now, which one of these do I want to power up? I already said that I was going to do the Alolan Raichu, right? And I think I'm going to stick with that. So I have this beautiful Porygon too as well. What are my favorite ones that I have at the moment? Well, I don't know if I said this already, but I think the Lucky Psychics look really, really cool with that background. Now, Routes and a Beldum, I consider myself fairly lucky to have those. And I almost think I've exhausted my lucky trades for I don't know how long. What the cooldown is, I don't know if it's a 24-hour period, a 1-week period, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, I don't know. But it seems like the more you get, the harder it is to get them. Personally, for me, we all have to share our experiences so we can come up with a conclusion. Now, I'm going to stop yapping my mouth, and I'm going to power up this Alolan Raichu. I've already made my decision. I'm going to do it. It's going to cost half the dust. Let's get it going. So I'm excited to do this because you guys know I wanted to power one of these up. And if you're thinking to yourself, well, what's the point? What do you want this for? You have a Raichu, shiny Raichu maxed out, good IVs. They have the same moveset. Yeah, I know. It's kind of like almost like a pre-celebration to my 100,000 subscribers. Um, yes, and I'm just, I just want a maxed out one. Look at it. Look at it. I mean, who doesn't want one of these, especially with that Lucky? It looks so good too with its color and that background. It just like blends in so beautifully. So of course I'm gonna max it out. It's cheap and I've got all this Stardust, right? What's the point, like I said, of having all these lucky Pokemon if you're not even going to power them up? You're getting the discount, you might as well go the distance, which I'm going to do now. So I'm pretty happy about that. As far as any future projects for powering up Pokemon, I said if that Zapdos video where I was comparing Raikou and Zapdos got to 1,000 likes, I would definitely max out my shiny Zapdos. And I really want you guys to get it, but I don't think that video is going to get 1,000 likes. Because it's worth powering up a 15 attack, what is mine, a 98% shiny Zapdos with Thundershock. So I definitely want to do that. The Snorlax video hasn't reached the 700 likes yet. It's like a few off. I was really hoping that one didn't get there. Honestly, I would like to max out my 100 Snorlax, but at the same time, it's like, that's alright. I'd rather power up my Blissey, so I'll have another, Blissey to drop in a gym, to be honest. As far as this Alolan Raichu, it's just going to be fun to have it and use it. I would say maybe, it has higher attack than the original Raichu, just so slightly, not very much. But it does have a little bit of a disadvantage considering it has picked up that Psychic type and now is weak to a few more things, including ground types. Alright, so this Alolan Raichu and his surfboard, I am so happy about this. So yeah guys, I really appreciate all the support you all have been giving me throughout the years. Yes, years. This is actually like that now. I've been uploading 2 to 3 videos every single day for the past 2 years. Isn't that something? Like I've said it before, there's no other Pokemon Go YouTuber who can say that, I don't think. I'm just so happy about this. And I'm going to stay on my grind. I'm going to keep going. And when I hit 100,000, nothing's going to change. I'm going to keep going the way I do. And if you don't know, I do all my work on my phone. I have a Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. So it's a nice phone, but it's not like top of the line. And I literally do all of my work on here. The thumbnails, the editing, the recording. So, I mean, it's literally my life here, my livelihood, my phone. As far as am I going to upgrade, I had plans to, but I think I'm just going to wait for the S10 to be announced and drop, and I'm going to go straight for that one, just because I've heard there's problems with the S8 and S9. Although I would really like to have one of those. I keep seeing them in the store and they look so good. The screen is much bigger, and I'm having a problem with mine. You won't ever be able to see it, but on the left side there is a pink line that goes straight down. It's not here at the moment, but it appears sometimes. And you will never see it because it's only a visual thing for me. When I record my screen internally, it will not appear. But it's just showing me that, yeah, I'm getting a little old here. It's about time you almost upgrade. But this phone has done me well. Done me real well. So yeah, that's what I do. Do all my stuff off my phone. Alright, so let's finish this Raichu up here. And it is not going to go above 21. And that's okay. Not quite. And there it is. Maxed out. Alolan Raichu Lucky! There it goes. Look at that beautiful thing. Well, trainers, thank you for watching. And as far as the Lucky Pokemon go, what advice do I have? Well, at this point, I really don't know. You can try to trade your older Pokemon for newer Pokemon to see if that works, or old Pokemon for old Pokemon. But actually, I do have some advice, and that's to be careful and not just splurge trading all your old Pokemon. I know you want those Luckies, but you have to be very careful because once you trade those, they're gone forever. And then I hear people asking, well, why don't you just trade a Lucky back for a Lucky? Or trade your other Pokemon back? You can't. Once a Pokemon is traded, you cannot trade that Pokemon ever again unless Niantic makes it so you can. I don't know. So keep that in mind. You cannot trade them back once they've been traded. So yeah, it's, good luck out there. Be wary of these Lucky Pokemon. I know they look beautiful and you want to have that Stardust cut. At the same time, you don't want to trade off all of your precious old Mons. Take care, trainers, and thank you for watching.